Let us continue benzene mechanism. In the benzene mechanism, we will take a compound CF3, phenyl ring, Cl. We will take like this. It is treated with a sodomide and ammonia, liquor ammonia. Benzene mechanism in the sense we have to take strong base, we have to take NH2 minus strong base, we have to take. So what is the product? What product we will get? That we will see. Sorry. First step in this benzene mechanism, what is the first step? NH2 minus has to abstract alpha CH proton, sorry, which is alpha carbon. Now, this functional group is attached to this carbon. This carbon is what in the sense alpha carbon. This carbon is what in the sense beta carbon. Okay. So this carbon only is having hydrogen. Okay. Therefore, this NH2 minus has to abstract this proton. It is one possibility. Fair. So one possibility is what in the sense abstracting proton from this carbon. So abstracting proton in the sense this carbon will get negative charge. NH2 minus has abstracted proton. Therefore, NH2 minus becomes NH3 and this carbon gets a negative charge. Okay, this is one possibility. What is another possibility in the sense? This is CF3. Okay, it is CF3. So we need not consider regarding this. This chlorine only we have to consider. So phenyl ring directly attached to halogen. That halogen we have to consider. Okay, this halogen is attached to this carbon. For this neighboring carbon is this. From this proton is eliminated by NH2 minus. Therefore, this carbon becomes negative charge. Another possibility here, this carbon is not having hydrogen. Therefore, here C minus possibility not there. Okay. Then what is the next step in the sense? Next step of formation of benzene. So this negative charge becomes pi 1, Cl minus leaves. So Cl minus is leaving. Therefore, we are getting benzene. We are getting. Now see, this pi bond is not delocalized with this pi electron cloud. Okay, this pi bond is not delocalized with this pi electron cloud. Okay, so we got benzene. Next step. Next step is what means NH2 minus has to attack. This NH2 minus has to attack. Okay, NH2 minus comes for attack. Sorry. This NH2 minus is coming for attack. So if NH2 minus attacks this carbon, then this bond will shift to this side. So we will get at ortho position NH2, at meta position negative side. Then NH3 comes and gives H plus to this negative sign and becomes NH2 minus. So this CF3, this phenyl ring, here NH2, this C minus becomes a CH group. Okay, it is getting H plus from ammonia. Therefore, it becomes CH group. Okay. Next, another possibility we'll see. Next possibility, NH2 minus attacking this carbon, this pi bond shifting to this carbon. Okay, this possibility will take. So here CF3, this phenyl ring at meta position NH2, at this position negative sign. Then ammonia comes and gives H plus to this and ammonia becomes NH2 minus. So now we can say this is CF3, phenyl ring, here NH2. Okay, so we have written like this. Now, this compound on benzene mechanism gives two compounds, these two compounds. Here NH2 group at ortho, here NH2 group at meta. So which is possible, which is not possible, that we have to see. Which is correct and which is not correct, that we have to see. Now, NH2 minus attacking means we are getting negative sign here. What about this CF3? This CF3 is influencing that negative sign or not, that we will see. This CF3 we have written. This CF3, if you see, this F is more electronegative than this C, therefore F is showing minus I effect. Therefore, electron cloud is moving this side. It is also minus A effect. Here also minus A effect. Therefore, this carbon is getting a high electron deficient. Therefore, it acts as the CF3 is acting as electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group. Due to electron withdrawing group, the CF3 is acting as minus I group. Therefore, minus I group in the sense it is minus I group. Therefore, it will stabilize this negative charge. Minus I group will stabilize negative charge. Plus I group will stabilize positive charge. Okay. So it is minus I group. That means it is withdrawing electron cloud. Therefore, negative charge electron cloud is moving towards this side. Therefore, it is stabilizing this negative charge. In the same way, the CF3 is electron withdrawing group, so it shows minus I effect. Therefore, the CF3 is stabilizing this negative charge. Okay, the CF3 is stabilizing this ortho negative charge. Here, CF3 is stabilizing this meta negative charge. Okay, now inductive effect depends on distance. Inductive effect is dominant if distance is short. If distance increases, magnitude of inductive effect decreases. Here, electron withdrawing group is here. For this meta position, negative sign is there. For this ortho position, negative sign is there. So minus I effect dominant in which case? Ortho, not at meta. Therefore, minus I effect dominant at ortho but not at meta, in the sense this system is having higher stability when compared to this system. This negative charge is highly stabilized by this minus I group. This negative charge is less stabilized by this minus I group. Therefore, this negative charge is highly stabilized, so it is having higher stability. Therefore, this compound is major. Okay, so this on benzene mechanism, it is giving major this compound. Sir, okay. Now we will take a. Now we will go for another reaction. Another reaction we'll take, that is a here Br, phenyl ring, here methyl group, here methyl group, here methyl group. Okay. Now it is treated with a KNH2, K plus NH2 minus, strong base is there, and liquor ammonia will take. Liquor ammonia we have taken. Okay. So this is aryl halide. Strong base is given, liquor ammonia is given. So what is the product? Now here reaction not taking place. In this case, benzene mechanism, reaction not taking place. Why? Because bromine is attached to this carbon. Neighboring carbons do not have hydrogens. Therefore, getting benzene is not possible. Because this bromine is attached to this carbon, neighboring carbons is not having hydrogens. Therefore, benzene mechanism is not possible for this cell. So we are saying that benzene mechanism is not possible. Okay. Next we will take. We will go for. We will take benzene. We will take benzene. Then we will take a so-and-so compound. Furan we have taken. What is happening in the sense? What is the reaction taking place here? That we will see. Now, this pi bond is shifting to this place. That means this carbon and this carbon is connected by this pi bond. Connected by that pi bond. Then this pi bond is shifting to this place. Then this pi bond is coming to this place, connecting this carbon and this carbon. So number 1, number 2. Between them, this pi bond becomes a sigma bond. This pi bond becomes a pi bond for second and third. This pi bond becomes sigma bond between third and fourth. Third and fourth. Okay. So like this possible. So what is the structure we will get? We will see this benzene ring we will write. That benzene ring we have written. Then this number 1 carbon is making bond with the number 2 carbon. Okay. So number 1 carbon is making bond with the number 2 carbon. Number 2 carbon is making bond with the number 3 carbon. Number 3 carbon is making bond with the number 4 carbon. Okay. Here pi bond will be there. Here this ether linkage will be there. that ether linkage we have given. But this carbon and this carbon we have to mention, isn't it? So we have to mention here carbon, carbon, this oxygen we are mentioning. Okay. Sorry. Now, here, what is the incorrect in the sense? This carbon gets a deficiency, this carbon also getting deficiency because of loss of the pi bonding electron cloud, isn't it? Therefore, this is incorrect. Therefore, it is incorrect. So we'll take in another manner, we'll take. Now, this benzene will take. This furan we will take furan. This furan will take. Okay. Now, we'll give the numbering. Here, number 1 carbon, number 2 carbon, number 3 carbon, number 4 carbon, number 5 carbon, number 6 carbon. Okay. Now, number 1, this pi bond is becoming sigma bond between 1 and 2. This 2 and 3 pi bond becomes pi bond for 3 and 4. This 4 and 5 pi bond becomes a sigma bond between 5 and 6. Between 5 and 6. Therefore, what we will get, we will see. This benzene ring we will write. Okay. This number 1 bond is making sigma bond with the number 2. Number 2 is making sigma bond with the number 3. Between number 3 and number 4, one pi bond is there. Between 4 and 5, sigma bond. 5 and 6, sigma bond. This between 5 and this 3, ether linkage is there. So we will get like this. This reaction is called what in the sense Diels-Alder reaction. This is called what in the sense Diels-Alder reaction. This is addition reaction. Because pi bond is converting into sigma bond, therefore it is called addition reaction, we can say. This pi bond is converting into this pi bond is converting into sigma bond. This pi bond also converting into sigma bond. Therefore, it is addition reaction. So, why we are saying in the sense this pi bond is not delocalized with this pi bonding electron cloud. Since it is not delocalized, since it is localized, it is going for addition reaction. Localized pi bond will go for addition reaction. Okay, for that case. Therefore, this reaction says that this pi bond goes for addition reaction. Therefore, it is localized pi bond. It is not in delocalized with this. It is separated. That's what this reaction says. Okay. So now it is called benzene. In benzene, we can say this pi bond is not delocalized with this pi electron cloud. Okay. Sorry. Next, we will see aryl halides reacting with the metals. That we will see. Reaction of aryl halides with the metals. Now we will take bromobenzene. Will take bromobenzene. It is reacting with the magnesium metal in the presence of solvent ether. What we are getting in the sense, we are getting Grignard reagent, phenyl magnesium bromide, Grignard reagent we are getting. So bromobenzene with the magnesium in the presence of solvent ether, we are getting phenyl magnesium bromide. Sorry. What about aryl chloride? That we will see. Now chlorobenzene will take. Chlorobenzene with magnesium in the presence of solvent ether, we are not getting Grignard reagent. So chlorobenzene with magnesium in the presence of solvent ether, we are not getting chlorobenzene. But with the solvent THF, tetrahydrofuran, it is called tetrahydrofuran. In the previous case, it is called furan. Furan means 2 pi bonds will be there inside. But if 2 pi bonds are not there, then we have to say tetrahydrofuran. Why? In order to remove 2 pi bonds, 4 hydrogen atoms we have to attach here. 4 hydrogen atoms means tetrahydro. So, if you take tetrahydrofuran is the solvent, it is also ether only. Here ether in the sense generally open ether. Acyclic. It is cyclic. Tetrahydrofuran if you take, then we will get Grignard reagent we will get. So, phenyl magnesium bromide we are getting. Okay. Sorry. Next, we will see about other reactions of aryl halides. We will take aryl chloride, that means chlorobenzene we are taking. This is treated with the sodium metal in the presence of solvent dry ether. In the presence of solvent dry ether. What we are getting in the sense, we are getting biphenyl. We are getting biphenyl and sodium takes chlorine and becomes sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. This reaction is called a Fittig reaction. It is called a Fittig reaction. So chlorobenzene with sodium in the presence of dry ether gives what in the sense biphenyl. We are getting biphenyl. Okay. Next, how this reaction takes place? This is like what? Like what in the sense? It is like Woods reaction. Woods reaction. What Woods reaction says? Rx plus sodium in the presence of dry ether is a solvent. What is the product means R single bond R and NaX will get. Okay. Alkane we will get. Alkyl halide. Alkyl halide in the sense X is chloride or bromide or iodide. Alkyl halide on treating with sodium in the presence of dry ether we will get alkane. It is Woods reaction. Suppose if you take methyl chloride here, this with the sodium, this with the sodium in the presence of dry ether is a solvent. What is the product we will get? That we will see. Now we will see the mechanism for this. Mechanism will see sodium loses one electron and becomes Na plus. Okay. Sodium losing an electron and becomes Na plus. Now we will take CH3Cl. We are taking CH3Cl. This electron we will take in the form of 2 electrons. We will take 2. If 2 sodium gives 2 electrons, we will get these 2 electrons attack this carbon. Then this bond shift like this. Therefore, Cl minus is leaving. So what we are getting in the sense, we are getting carbanion. We are getting carbanion. Carbanion we got. This carbanion is attacking another methyl chloride. This carbanion is attacking another methyl chloride. Therefore, we will get ethane is the product. Ethane is the product. That means here what is the product means you double this. You double this, you will get this product. Okay. What is the intermediate in the sense? Carbanion is the intermediate. So Woods reaction means this alkyl group we have to double it. This alkyl group we have to double it. That is Woods reaction. For this, in another manner also, this mechanism is given. What is that another manner? We'll see. If this sodium is giving that electron will take. Here CH3Cl will take CH3Cl. Here 2 dots are there. It is going for homolytic cleavage. This Cl dot takes this electron and becomes Cl minus and leaves. Now this C is having 1 dot. C is having 1 dot. This is called a CH3 dot. That means methyl free radical. It is reacting with another methyl chloride. Another methyl chloride will take. Now what happens means this C dot is making this bond to go for homolytic cleavage. This dot and this dot becomes CH3, ethane. So we will get ethane. So Woods reaction in the sense we have to take alkyl halide. Alkyl halide in the sense chloride, bromide, iodide we can take. Halide in the sense chloride, bromide, iodide we can take. Metal is sodium, solvent is ether. This alkyl group is a doubling. We are getting this compound alkane we are getting in Woods reaction. Suppose we are taking like this, CH3, CH2, Cl. Woods reaction means sodium you add, and what you have to add in the sense dry ether you have to add. So what will happen? This carbon, the carbon is having halogen, that will become carbanion, otherwise free radical. Okay, carbanion, otherwise free radical. This will attack another ethyl chloride. It will attack another ethyl chloride. Okay, another ethyl chloride, where in the sense this carbanion will attack this carbon carrying chlorine, so Cl minus will leave. Therefore we are getting what is the product in the sense this is the product we are getting. Okay, this alkyl group we have to double it. Suppose we are taking a isopropyl chloride. Isopropyl chloride we are taking. So Woods reaction means what? We add sodium and dry ether. Now this carbon carrying chlorine, no, that carbon will become carbanion. That carbon is becoming carbanion. Okay, it will react with another alkyl halide. It will react with another alkyl halide. Now this carbanion will attack the carbon which carries chlorine. Okay, therefore what is the product you will get? You see, you will get this product you will get. Okay, so where the bond is forming, carbon carrying chlorines will make a bond. That is the product in Woods reaction. Set. If we take a similar kind of alkyl halide, we will get one product in this alkane, even numbered carbon is there. That means in this Woods reaction is not used for preparing what? Methane, because that is having one carbon. So one carbon is not cannot be prepared by Woods reaction. Set. Suppose I am taking two different alkyl halides. What is the product by Woods reaction? We'll see. Methyl chloride and ethyl chloride I will take. To this I am adding sodium, and dry ether is the solvent is added. So what is the product we will get? In the previous case, if you see, in the previous case, in the sense, if you take methyl chloride, you will get ethane is a product. If you take ethyl chloride, you will get butane is a product. If you take isopropyl chloride, you will get 2,3 dimethyl butane is a product. But now what we are doing in the sense, we are taking mixture of halides, we are taking mixture of two different, that means two different alkyl halides we have mixed. So what is the product here? So what is the possibility that we will see? One possibility, this methyl chloride may become carbanion. Methyl chloride may become carbanion. This carbanion this carbanion can attack ethyl chloride. It is one possibility. Attacking carbon carrying chlorine, Cl is leaving. Therefore, what is the product in the sense? CH3, CH2, CH3. Odd numbered alkane we got. What is another possibility in the sense? This carbanion can attack another methyl chloride. So this C minus will attack this C, and this bond will leave. Therefore, we will get ethane is the one product. Okay. So if methyl chloride becomes carbanion, then what is the two possibilities means? One is N-propane, another one is ethane. Suppose if ethyl chloride becomes carbanion, then what? That we will see. If ethyl chloride becomes carbanion, then what is the possibility? That we will see. If ethyl chloride becomes carbanion, ethyl chloride is becoming carbanion. Okay. So what is the product means? It may attack methyl chloride. This C minus may attack this carbon carrying chlorine, Cl minus leaving. Therefore, what is the possibility in the sense? This is the one possibility. It may attack another ethyl chloride. Therefore, C minus is attacking the carbon which is carrying chlorine. So what is the possibility? N-butane is the possibility. N-butane is the possibility. Okay. So if you take two different alkyl halides in Woods reaction, you will get mixture of products you will get. Set. Like this, now you see this reaction. It is Pittig reaction, you see. Aryl chloride is taken, sodium is taken, dry ether is taken. What is happening means sodium takes chlorine and becomes sodium chloride. This phenyl ring is dimerizing like this. That means a doubling here. Between these two phenyl rings bond is formed. Therefore, it is called what in the sense? biphenyl, it is called what in the sense Fittig reaction. If aryl halides undergo like this Fittig reaction, if alkyl halides undergo, then it is called Woods reaction. So now we will see what is a Woods-Fittig reaction. We'll see Woods-Fittig reaction. Woods-Fittig reaction. Now see, Woods reaction means alkyl halides. Alkyl group is doubling. Fittig reaction means aryl halides. Aryl group is doubling. Woods-Fittig reaction means what? One is alkyl, another one is aryl. Like this you have to take. Okay. So this, for this alkyl halide you have to take. For this you have to take aryl halide you have to take. Okay, sir. So for this we will take alkyl halide, for example CH3Cl. For this we will take aryl halide, that is chlorobenzene will take. Then we will add sodium. Then we will add dry ether is the solvent. Dry ether is the solvent. Sorry, okay. Now, which will convert into carbanion? Here, one has to convert into carbanion, no? So, which will convert into carbanion? CH3 will convert into carbanion, or phenyl ring will convert into carbanion. Which is possible? That we'll see. Now, CH3Cl we will write like this. Sorry, chlorobenzene will write like this. Chlorobenzene will write like this. Here, partial double bond is there. Partial double bond is there. So breaking this one is difficult when compared to breaking this. It is single bond, whereas it is partial double bond. This is partial double bond, whereas it is single bond. So converting which one is which converting into carbanion is easy? This, not this one. Therefore, this CH3 will convert into carbanion. That carbanion will attack this carbon. Okay. Therefore, what we will get in the sense CH3 with the phenyl ring. That means we are getting toluene is the product. You may ask another question. Here, the CH3 is becoming carbanion in the sense it may attack methyl chloride. Yes, ethane also possible. But biphenyl is not possible because it is not becoming carbanion when methyl chloride is there. Okay. Therefore, toluene is the product in this case. Another possibility is ethane is another possibility. Sir. Now we will go for next. Aryl halide will take. We are taking aryl halide. To this, what we are adding means lithium in the presence of solvent ether. So what is happening, we'll see. Now lithium is a donating electron. Therefore, this phenyl ring will write phenyl ring bromine. Now two electrons, these two electrons attacking this carbon. This bond is migrating. Therefore, we are getting a carbanion, phenylide anion. It is with lithium. We are getting a, it's like this compound we are getting. Lithium is making bond. Now, metal is making bond with carbon means metal is making bond with carbon of organic group, then that compound is organometallic compound. So, organometallic compound means metal is making bond with the carbon of organic group, then that is organometallic compound. This is what compound in the sense organometallic compound we can say. Even Grignard reagent also, even we can say Grignard reagent also organometallic compound. Okay. Next we'll take a iodobenzene. We'll take iodobenzene. This is treated with copper. What we are getting in the sense biphenyl we are getting. We are getting a biphenyl we are getting plus what is the sense? This reaction is called a Ullmann reaction. This reaction is called Ullmann reaction. So iodobenzene with copper. Iodobenzene with copper gives biphenyl. This reaction is called a Ullmann reaction, we can say. Next, aryl halides reduction we'll see. Aryl halides reduction. Aryl halides reduction we are saying. We will take chlorobenzene. This is treated with a nickel aluminum alloy. Nickel aluminum alloy. Then base is sodium hydroxide. So what we are getting in the sense benzene and HCl. So we are giving two nascent hydrogens. We are giving two nascent hydrogens. Okay, sir. Now aryl halides and benzene. Okay. Now, in the aryl halides, we will see about ring substitution. Ring substitution we'll see. Ring substitution in aryl halides. Ring substitution in aryl halides we'll see. Now we'll take chlorobenzene. It is going for ring substitution. What is the ring substitution? Means chlorine and ferric chloride. Chlorination. We are taking chlorination. So due to chlorination, what compound we are getting in the sense here dichlorobenzene, ortho, and another one is para dichlorobenzene. So what is the mechanism involved here that we will see? This Cl2 will take that Cl2, the Cl is coming under 7th group, therefore this valence shell is containing 7 electrons. Similarly, another chlorine valence shell also contains 7 electrons, we said. Then FeCl3 will take FeCl3 in which Fe is having 3 chlorine atoms. Okay, it is attacking this bond is migrating, therefore we will get FeCl4 minus and Cl plus. The Cl plus is having 6 lone electrons. Cl plus is having 6 lone electrons, that means electrophile is generated. This electrophile is attacking at ortho position, therefore we will get ortho group, and it is attacking at para position, therefore we will get para compound. That means this chlorobenzene undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction in this electrophile is Cl plus. So now what about this Cl? This Cl is activating the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution or deactivating the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution, that we have to see. Okay, this chlorobenzene is activating this phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution or deactivating the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution, that we have to see. Okay, so now we will take the chlorobenzene. This is here what is a mechanism possible, whether resonance anything is possible or not, we will see. Now we can say this lone pair coming to this place, this pi bond coming to this place, therefore Cl gets a positive charge here, like this resonance structure is possible. Here negative charge is possible. So here negative charge. Next resonance structure we'll see. Next resonance structure is we have to see next resonance structure. This negative charge becomes pi bond. This pi bond becomes a negative charge. So we can give like this. We'll say negative next resonance structure. Negative charge becomes pi bond becomes negative charge. Here two lone pairs will give here double bond. Here pi bonding and a negative charge here. Okay. Now we can say this Cl is showing a plus R group, acting as plus R group. This phenyl ring shows minus R group. Because of resonance effect, what happens means ortho position is getting electron rich and para position is getting electron rich. Therefore, the Cl is a ortho para director towards electrophilic substitution reaction. Next, this Cl shows minus I effect. Due to minus I effect, this Cl is deactivating the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay, the Cl is showing minus I effect. Therefore, it deactivates the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution. Therefore, this aryl halides undergo electrophilic substitution less tendency than benzene. Okay, so aryl halides electrophilic substitution, that rate of reaction will be low when compared to benzene. So next we'll see nitration. Here, what is the thing we have got an idea in the sense, what is the conclusion we got in the sense, aryl halides, they are deactivating the phenyl ring, but it is orthopara director for electrophilic substitution. Okay, this Cl is deactivating the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution, but it is orthopara director for electrophile. Okay, it is how it is there means generally activating the phenyl ring means undergoing the act as orthopara director towards electrophilic substitution, or deactivating the phenyl ring means directing the electrophile towards meta position. But how it is there, see, it is a one way, it is deactivating the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution. In another way, it is acting as orthopara director towards electrophilic substitution. Okay, so how it is there, see, this is it is having different behavior. General is what, Plus R group means that will activate the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution and act as orthopara director. Minus R group means that will deactivate the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution and it will act as meta director. But how it is there? How this chlorobenzene is there? This chlorobenzene is deactivating the phenyl ring towards electrophilic substitution by minus I effect. Next, the Cl is acting as orthopara director for electrophile by showing plus R effect. Okay, so like this is there, this chlorobenzene. Next, we will take nitration. This chlorobenzene we are taking for nitration. Nitration in the sense take corn nitric acid and corn sulfuric acid is the reagent. So nitro group is attacking at ortho and para positions. So at ortho position nitro group, then at para position nitro group. At para position nitro group. It is called what in the sense nitration. Then we will see sulfonation. Sulfonation in the sense treating with the corn sulfuric acid. So sulfonation in the sense sulfonyl group is introduced, electrophile is SO3. So at ortho position sulfonic group is introduced and at para position sulfonic group is introduced. Sir, it is sulfonation. Next we will see Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Next we will see Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Friedel-Crafts alkylation in the sense, what is the electrophile? Alkyl group is a electrophile. Alkyl group is attacking at ortho and para positions. Sir, so now we will see Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So Friedel-Crafts alkylation in the sense we will take alkyl halide, then anhydrous aluminum chloride will take anhydrous aluminum chloride. Okay, so here electrophile is CH3 plus. CH3 plus is attacking at ortho position, then at para position. CH3 plus is attacking at ortho position and para position, we can see. It is a free radical alkylation. Next we will see free radical acylation. Acylation in the sense acyl group we will take, acyl halide we have taken, acyl halide. So here electrophile is acylium ion. It is the electrophile. Acylium ion. This acyl group is attacking at ortho position. At ortho position it is attacking, or at meta position it is attacking. Sorry, not meta. Para position it attacks. Para position it attacks. Okay, so either attacking ortho, it is Cl is acting as orthopara director. Therefore, acylium ion attacking at ortho and para. So these are the products possible here. Okay. Next we will take a polyhalogen compounds. Next we are going for a polyhalogen compounds. Now we will take dichloroderivative. One compound will take a Cl, CH11, CHCl. Here this halogen is attached to this carbon. This halogen is attached to this carbon. It is a dichloroethene, we can say. This name is what in the sense acetylene dichloride. Acetylene dichloride, we can say. Next possibility for this one is CH2 CHCl2. Now H will not come. This H will not come. Okay. So CH211 CCl2. This name is what in the sense vinylidene dichloride. Vinylidene dichloride, we can say. Sir. Next compound we will take. Next polyhalogen compound, chloroform we will take. Chloroform we have taken. This chloroform preparation we will see. One method is by taking chloral we can get. Chloral formula is what in the sense CCl3 CHO. Another possibility is what in the sense chloral hydrate. Chloral hydrate formula is what in the sense CCl3 CHO.H2. It is chloral hydrate. Now we will see, we will prepare chloroform from chloral. Now this chloral will be, which form we have to take? Chloral we have to take or chloral hydrate we have to take? That we have to see.